feel like you're in, but you're out. There's no walls.
Okay.
So, but this place evolved and changed a lot of people's lives.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
There's different experiences that happened.
This is the spot.
Throughout the year.
This is the
is the
spot.
This is the spot.
With a capital the.
Yeah.
So it's not capital T.
And you know.
It's capital the.
Yeah.
And the spot is what, lowercase?
No, there's a capital S there as well.
All right.
To make it classy.
Do you guys want to do this shit, or what the fuck is going on right here? I don't know what the fuck you guys doing.
I don't know. I'm just jumping into conversation.
Yes, he's following my stupid lead. That's what he's doing. Like he's
That's a mistake.
young,
That's a
impressionable
huge mistake.
podcast guest
Swear to God.
that doesn't know better and to not engage with Shamsi. Like
That's something you learn.
I'm usually the guy that leads you down
Leads me down.
dark alley.
I think this is for the first time ever I'm
Holding
gonna tell
my hand.
Champs to get closer to your mic.
Okay. Wow.
Be one with your fucking mic.
B1. Enjoy the mic. Thrive with the mic. Yeah.
Yeah, enjoy the mic.
Okay.
If this is how you want to fucking start this bullshit, we start this bullshit this way.
I always do. I always do.
You know, I swear to God, man. Sometimes.
Sometimes what? Sometimes what, homie?
Oh, okay. Oh, see, Turks, you see what's going on right here?
What's happening?
So what's happening is Shamsi is with his first friend,
Yes.
Oh,
and he
yeah.
thinks he has power.
I feel protected.
Okay?
Yes,
He thinks he has
I
power.
have backup.
Okay,
Yeah.
and backup, right?
All right now.
I would like you to know before we we fucking started.
We've already started.
You can kiss my ass, okay? You have no fucking backup.
I'm just saying.
If you want backup, I'm gonna go full fucking force on Ned right now.
If we had to tag team, like I know who I'm picking.
Hey, welcome to Past the Kabsa. What's happening? What's popping? It's your boy Adi. What's going on? What's going on? I don't know what's going on. What the fuck's happening?
We are
I got Turks right behind me.
Hello.
I got Shams right next to
a
me.
wrestler.
And today we got a special guest, Kabsa with the family. We got our
What's up?
homie Nedhal Al-Habib. What's happening, homie?
Thank you so much.
You doing good?
I'm doing very
I
good.
do not like you for a lot of reasons. One of them is that you're Shamsi's first friend.
I mean, that's harsh.
By the way, every time I meet Ned, he tells me he's Shamsi's first friend.
I mean, that's important.
I mean,
That's important to also.
TV, dude. Yeah,
It's not something to be proud of.
I'm so proud of it.
No.
Shams is my homie.
Yes.
He's a day one. He's a real day one, man. Like,
He is actually a fucking day one.
yeah.
Sadly.
Proper
Like, what a
definition.
fucking bar.
I mean, I think it's a great bar. It's an amazing.
It
bar.
is not a great bar, my guy. It is not.
You're just concerned that you never had a good first friend as much as I had.
Yes, I have. Yes. No. Of course, I don't have. I didn't have
Yes.
at all.
Hi.
Sadly, me. Oh, you're afraid?
Yes.
It's
no,
a dog.
I'm glad that she's
Part of the vibe?
We have a visitor today, a special guest.
I mean,
What's happening, everybody? What's good? I hope everybody is doing well. Today's topic is going to be just no topic. We prepared nothing for this shit.
I
As
love
usual.
it.
I just want to do a fucking Kabsa with the family. First off, roll call. Nino. Oh, here. Okay, correct. All right. Let's see. Saad right here. Omzi. Okay. Ray. All right. Okay. Everybody's here. All right. So who's missing? Jeed is missing.
As
Suraj is
usual.
missing. Turks, you're our HR. Deductions.
ما لي دخل.
Okay.
أنا ما لي دخل.
No, you're not. Okay, the fuck off then.
Yeah,
Shamsi,
thank you.
you're the new HR.
I mean, he gets penalties, yeah, for yeah.
I am sorry. There's no excuses whatsoever.
True.
And I think that we should hold them responsible. So you owe everybody dinner. I would like to
I mean,
look.
shout
I
out
want
to
to
all
call
the
Suraj
boys.
right now, but Suraj has a habit of not answering my calls.
I mean, they have a good excuse. I mean, one is in LA and the other
Yes.
one is stuck in Dubai.
Yeah,
So happily stuck.
happily
You know,
stuck. Yes,
surprising
he's
how that
harmonizing.
happened.
If you have no idea yet,
It's trying to harmonize.
what's his name? Suraj is doing a live. Well, by the time this comes out, I think it's gonna be the same. No, by the time this comes out, it would have been done. Suraj is doing a live set in LA. He already booked the venue and everything.
I had no idea.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I think he's gonna be streaming it live on his Instagram.
That's
Nice.
something I'm looking forward
Yeah.
to. Yeah.
So we're really looking forward to it. So Net. Okay, I want to start with this bitch right here. All right.
Let's
So
go.
you won an award. You're an award-winning friend.
Yes.
I mean, I would have
Gilded. Literally.
Gilded. This was the 2020 Marcom Platinum Award, Excellent Agency, Strategic Communications, Saudi Tourism Authority, Saudi Summer Campaign, Tenefus.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it.
Well, I mean, first of all, it's in no shape or form a one-man show. Like this is an award that I got. Yes, it was a team effort. Shout out to Saad, Nebraska Films in the house,
Yeah.
for putting in the work, for shooting during quarantine when nobody can get out of their house.
With permits. With permits.
With permits.
Masks.
With permits.
Gloves.
Don't get started in trouble.
No, with permits, of course.
Yes,
Yeah,
definitely,
Of
yes.
course. I mean, that's part of the struggle,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And it was also a great campaign.
You guys create content all the time, right? Imagine not being able to, needing permission to just meet up and plan for it. You know what I mean? On
That's a whole
on
other hassle.
you need crews on the ground. of course, this was for a campaign around the kingdom. So how are you going to shoot
All across.
every single city
Exactly.
around the kingdom in a short period of time? You need people on the ground. Everybody needs a permit, right?
True.
So it was a big, the effort that happened behind the scenes is much bigger than what you saw as an end result.
And the end result was amazing. Like the end result was not regular or normal. It was something that really caught people's attention.
Yeah, you know why? Because you see a lot of bullshit
True.
marketing campaigns
Very
nowadays,
true.
right? There's a lot of bullshit out there. This one was different because this one actually solved the problem. Every once in a while, you get that opportunity to use marketing to actually solve problems.
True.
And this was a real one. This solved a societal issue, an economic issue. It wasn't just a pretty picture on a billboard or a video.
No, the pretty
You know what
picture
I
was
mean?
real, but you just
And it changed perception
Exactly,
of Saudi. People look at Saudi today very differently than they used to look at Saudi years ago. Like, who knows someone that went somewhere in Saudi in the past 6 months? Somewhere that they've never been to in Saudi.
Lot.
I bet
Yeah.
everybody knows
Yes,
at least
yeah,
one person
Yes, that's true.
that went somewhere. You know where that started there. That started with this campaign. So also during COVID, of course, the whole world got affected by COVID. The economy got affected by COVID. The sector that got the biggest hit was the tourism.
Yeah. Hospitality.
Aviation, tourism, hospitality. So this was a relief for people to actually get out of their homes and breathe, tanafas,
Literally.
some fresh air. Shout out to X Element. Shout out to the team that actually put on 24-hour work to get this done. Of course, by the way, this is one award of 21 awards
Yes,
that follow.
I was gonna get to that one.
So the table's not that big. So, keep that for another.
I couldn't bring all of them down right now.
Yeah, but the point is, it was a solution for more than one problem simultaneously. When someone tells me, what did this achieve? I don't know where to start. It made the tourism sector
Jumpstart.
is supposed to, the
Basically.
plan was that it'll contribute 10% to the GDP by 2030. Like, that's the plan for Saudi.
That was the plan.
And it started where in 2019.
Which is still the same plan.
The visas became, it was a new thing, right?
Yeah.
They
the
opened
new
it
tourism
up.
visas.
tourism
Yeah.
visas. It's part of a bigger plan, right? To get the world to come see Saudi, experience Saudi. So imagine all of that getting shut down
Because
from
COVID.
millions of travelers coming into Saudi to zero
Zero.
overnight.
Fucking A.
No
man.
planes moving, nothing. Yeah, the doors were closed. People were stuck. People got depressed. Like
People were
fatigue.
home for months.
It was a weird situation for everyone. So imagine while everyone in the market is telling people, wash your hands, stay at home. We got the opportunity to tell people, wash your hands, get out of home safely,
Yeah.
responsibly, and breathe some fresh air and get to know your country like you've never knew your country before. Yeah, a lot of areas are gems in Saudi I didn't even know existed.
And it worked.
Did you know Saudi was like this,
Not really. Not
this
really.
blue and green and
all of the
cool
shades.
weather? People leave Saudi. That's the thing. On vacation, the first thing that comes to mind was, where am I going in the world?
Exactly.
Nowadays, it's an option. Domestic tourism became something. So-
Multiple options, not just one. Like if different experiences going
Yeah.
down to the south or going up west to the beaches, or like there's multiple things that you can. And that's what
And-
me and Turks literally did.
Yeah, and most of us didn't even know it was something. Like, it wasn't even an option. I mean, of course, there are some areas that are still underdeveloped and not ready to maybe,
It takes time. It takes time to build an industry. It takes time to build something from scratch, and that's what happened.
But it became an option now. Like, before, it was never an option. What do you mean, let's go on vacation to Tabuk? I would never tell you, I would say.
Ask him. He can tell you exactly.
I mean, before.
Literally.
Dude, once you got to Tabuk, you can see the potential. You can see everything that's happening there, and you can see the efforts that are being put into domestic tourism,
Yeah.
which, as you said, was not an option. But once people were limited, let's say, to explore alternative options than travel, because it was always, where can I escape to? Where can I get out of the mundane, the city life that I'm in,
Exactly.
to go somewhere else?
And the heat. People are
The
always like,
heat,
it's
yeah,
hot.
Yes.
exactly.
Yeah.
Summer's hot.
They had no
Just
idea down
bounce.
south is like 17 degrees in the summer.
Right
It's very
now,
cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Exactly. And you know how much money was generated from this campaign? Like, like ROI when it comes to the sector.
A shitload.
Accommodation, restaurants, all of that. Like, they didn't have business. Basically, local businesses were suffering,
Yes.
right?
Because of also lockdowns.
Give me a number.
The actual numbers.
Yeah. Give me how much do you think was generated from it started with this campaign. I'm just showing you the magnitude of what this opened up.
Like
you
the
know?
effects of like one person traveling. So you have planes, you have accommodation, you have the cars that are taking you. Like all of that comes with the food, all of that.
Tourism. The tourism part of it.
And like just the after effects of that.
There's a whole tourism fund now.
1.2 billion.
I'd say more.
More.
Oh,
I'd say
more.
Around
Wow.
5 billion.
Okay.
Well, what are you talking? Rials?
Yeah, yes.
Oh, way more.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay,
Let's have a conversation.
My original
then.
guess was 20 billion.
No.
Hold on. How long? Give me a timeline.
From March, June, from June to August.
June is when things opened up.
Yeah. That's when we started preparing
Okay,
because
You had a
we
quarter.
know that things are gonna
3
open
month
up
quarter.
slowly. From June to August.
4.2 billion riyal.
8.2 billion.
Oh,
Whoa.
Okay.
2 point something billion dollars.
Over 3 months.
Over 3 months.
That's just the summer.
Yeah, that's like it's public information. It's like
Fuck yeah, man.
you can Google it.
And that's just the start. That's just the beginning
that's
of it.
crazy.
Yeah,
That's huge.
and that was just Saudi summer, the comeback, the rebirth
The opening up, basically.
of Saudi tourism,
basically.
and so you see the impact on people.
Yeah, because
perception of how you see the country.
It was during July and August where some of our friends, their families all went down.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
everybody's going down south. Everybody's telling me about my hometown. Like, oh, we loved it. I'm like, all right. Like, what are you doing there?
I've never
What's
seen
going
it.
on?
What's going on?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Like everybody actually started going around and see what's going on. Not only that you went around, you experienced it, and also at the same time you saw the potential.
Yeah,
You know, what could be done here? What could be open? What could be rebuilt?
absolutely.
You know, historical sites that were just left alone. Now you actually go and, do something with those sites.
Absolutely. Asir has all like the seasons in one place.
That's true.
It's crazy. It's like a continent
Interesting.
in some sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It
So-
has its own like ecosystem, basically.
Yeah, I think we haven't even started. Like we haven't seen anything yet.
True.
I really
I think
so.
you're right. I think you're right. Honestly, like the potential of the, like
No,
all of-
that's exactly what's happening.
Yeah.
It's not, I think he's right. That's exactly what's actually happening. They're rebuilding all these areas. Not rebuilding, they are investing into all these areas to make them not only tourism friendly, to be leading in tourism. Because you can have a boardwalk in Asir, just a normal boardwalk, and it'll be the most fucking amazing boardwalk ever went to.
off a cliff or like
Exactly.
looking down some valley.
I mean, like, there's so much untouched like land that we have that was just there, but like, we didn't see the potential of what we could do with it. But now with everything around us, now we can okay, let's build this, let's do that, let's do this, let's do that.
Exactly. So,
Fucking hey man, but again, that was a crazy fucking campaign.
Hence the gilding.
I mean,
Literally.
even emotionally, when you think about the word, the word tenafus,
And it came at the right time.
you think
People
about
needed to breathe.
people were stuck in in between four walls. They couldn't really breathe. Well, I mean, it was a very bad thing to call it breathe at the time
No,
because
no.
of the whole. I mean, in English,
Yeah.
Okay.
because of the whole
Respiratory systems and
No, that and what's his name in the States?
George Floyd.
George Floyd.
Oh,
Oh
wow.
yeah.
Yes.
So I mean, in
no,
English,
bro, that's a different.
Yes,
In
Ned.
English,
Ned,
it
we're
was-
not over there, Ned.
Yeah, exactly.
I know. I'm just saying.
Way too far.
When you're submitting to international awards, it's a thing.
Okay. So now it makes sense.
But the context is so positive. Like when you're telling me breathe, bro, that's such a positive thing. Breathing, that's life.
I know,
good.
but when someone is telling you I can't breathe, at the same time,
and
Yes,
you say
yes.
breathe,
it's you don't want to say even get close to that word.
No,
Just
I'm
don't say it. You know,
Yeah.
Like,
No, it's
I
true.
see the dilemma, honestly.
You don't want to
it's
create a
true.
link
Yeah.
whatsoever.
Yeah.
with
Yeah,
with
stay
something
away.
negative.
Bro, I'm
it's
glad-
supposed to be a positive thing.
I'm
right?
glad you went with breed. Honestly, I'm glad that
No, we
y'all
didn't.
did-
It-
They
in
didn't.
Arabic.
They didn't.
In English, it's break free.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Break
I
free
don't
of
give a shit
foreign.
about the English. When you talk about teneffes, when I see teneffes, I read teneffes. It gives me such a positive feeling, you know?
Yeah,
And that's why I think the campaign had such a big effect. Because it's like, yes, this is something I want to do. Because yes, I do feel in a makhnouk في البيت. I do
Yeah.
feel like like fuck, I'm trapped.
yeah.
So,
I mean,
and
and
that's-
props to usually you need a brave client to do a big campaign. So
True.
props to Siyaha.
Tourism Authority.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ministry of Tourism.
At a time when
Saudi
know-
Tourism Authority, my bad.
Saudi tourism.
Yeah.
Props to Wizard Saha at the time for even
Supporting
you know, so
the campaign. Yeah.
yeah, so in some way this was not only it was on a business level, it was successful. On a CSR level, emotional for people.
On a marketing level.
On a
It's
marketing level.
Complete, like all the different aspects that you can think of, this worked, this succeeded. And I think, honestly, it kickstarted like that movement of people discovering the country.
Yeah, and think about that. That's something that's forever. We're gonna look at Saudi today differently forever. You know, like now it's you can't wait to see what's next. You know?
We already forgot 5 years ago.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
True.
5 years ago, we already forgot it.
Yeah.
Now, when you talk about what happened 5 years ago, you feel like it was ancient.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, I used to do that. Like, yeah, you were here. You were born.
The feelings, the general feelings of what it was like before and now, it's completely different, you know.
It's not only that. It's not about feeling different. It's at the same time you need to look at it in terms of you feel more proud than you did before as Saudi, and it
True.
didn't. It wasn't had nothing to do with it was happening abroad. It had to do with happening locally.
like what we're doing for us.
Exactly.
Yes.
And I think that boosted that pride thing, and I think that's why Tanafus is successful. Everything is successful is because when COVID restrictions happened, no one caused a riot. Okay, what do we need to do? 1, 2, 3, and we saw the efforts of the government, and we felt even more proud
Yeah.
that they're actually taking care of us. They're putting all the money out. Sacrifices had to be made with VAT and everything else. The world is not fucking free, and everybody's suffering. So even with that,
Despite that,
despite that, not even
Not
despite that,
despite.
even with that, also you still felt that you're very connected and proud, man. You just feel like fucking proud. You feel like you're stepping into something and you're going into something even better and better. You're looking toward the future more than you're looking at today. Because before, people were just living for today. The future was what's happening like in the next 24 hours, not 5 years from now.
Yeah.
Like I remember when I started doing recruitment, I used to have these conversations. You ask people like, what's your 5-year plan? No one ever answered me. No one had a
no
5-year
one
plan.
ever actually thought about
Nobody
that.
ever considered.
And
it,
if
to be
if
honest.
someone considered, he would tell me manager. لا يا شيخ. تكفى.
Like I have somebody who I can order around. Yes, that is the peak
I
of my
met
ambition.
people, their ambition is أبغى مكتب, أبغى باب يتقفل علي, أبغى جريدة وشاهد.
Yeah.
And give me some people to just boss around. That was the goal.
that was a glass ceiling, though. Yeah. Kind
It
of.
wasn't a glass ceiling. It's
No,
lack of
it was-
ambition, man. It's lack of ambition. Like people are just.
But that
thinking
was the fucking
that,
ambition.
that far ahead, right in front of them. Like I just want to see how far I can stretch my legs. Nah, bro.
No,
There's
I'm not saying glass ceiling
Horizons.
that what the possibilities are. No, what you expect for yourself in general.
That is true.
Yeah.
it's a mental ceiling.
I mean, but
Exactly.
you know that turned into a stereotype about Saudis.
True.
Yeah.
At some point, like today when you look, if we're gonna talk in the marketing industry, the industry is run by who, and it's all multinationals for the past 20 years are running the show, right?
Yes.
And brands didn't want to hire Saudis to handle their brands.
because the Lebanese
See,
mafia was taking
I
over.
wanted
Yes.
to come to this conversation, but I wanted to get for you to fall into the trap. All right, so keep going. Then I'm gonna ask you a different question about it.
Okay, this is changing today because Saudis are changing, because people are changing. People are actually, you have people with talent and skills, and now it became, the table is kind of turning, now it's, you're looking for the best Saudi that can do something for you, instead of going the easy route and saying Saudis are lazy, let me just hire a consultant from somewhere. or
Khabir Ajnabi. No.
And you are finding a lot of talented Saudis getting.
Yeah,
things
but
done.
the thing is that the big brands though are still going to those people. Like for example, you said it's changing right now. I always pass by the Sadaya building. Okay.
yeah.
The one thing that I always fucking notice when I'm passing by, it's all young Saudis going in and out. That whole building, anytime you pass by, is just young Saudis going in and out.
And that tells you a lot.
It tells you a lot about what's happening now. But you still have these big brands that still rely on, you know what? What's the office in Dubai that's an international company that knows what's going on in the region? All right, here you go. Give it to them. And then you have some multinationals who never fucking set a foot in Saudi. And they're like, okay, yeah, this is what we think they like.
Because
Based on...
You know what we're talking about.
I mean, I think I know because
you know exactly what
I
we're
hear
talking
your
about.
rants.
Yeah, you know exactly what
I
we're
mean,
talking about. And you look.
before we
You
go
swam
there,
in
I
that
know-
pool.
No, I know where you guys are going.
And the thing is, Champs
talk
was
about
with
it.
you.
No, but it's right. It's a fair point. Like,
We'll talk about that's
Yeah.
fine. We'll talk about it. Let me make a point first clear.
go.
There's two issues here. Sometimes, you know, if your requirements are beyond everyone that can in Saudi that can provide you with that service, they will go to someone that has capacity right away.
Okay.
what
It's a
kind of
business.
requirements are we talking about here? What are the
It's-
limitations?
It's if a brand has a scope of work that's so big that no Saudi agency reached that level, they will easily, if they don't know that there is a Saudi agency that can actually handle that kind of
Great
scope,
question.
See, that's the thing.
they will. It's a business. They can't risk it. They will. The first thing that comes to mind is that this is
A safe route,
mentality
basically.
for the past 20 years is to go the safe route. Go to someone that has a name, that has a resource, that I don't need to question their resource or question their capability, or you know what I mean? That's changing today because now you have examples. You have
But keep in mind, that led to a lot of people getting ripped the fuck off for a
I mean,
very long time.
we all know that's happening.
And-
Yes, and it's still happening.
And it's still happening. No, no.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it was obscene at a point. It was obscene. And now at least you are getting value for your buck. You nowadays, when you are looking for local agencies, no, you are getting people that are delivering the quality work. It's not just about a copy-paste bullshit job that you just get done quickly and just to shut up your client. Because the client is also more sophisticated. So there is
Yeah.
an evolution on both sides.
There you go.
The local client.
Yes. They have grown more.
Yeah, you're talking about the local client.
No,
the local
not
client.
necessarily. It can be. What do you mean a local client? It can be a global brand, locally.
Well, that falls back into the question that you said a second ago. Do you have people that are capable,
Yeah.
that are Saudi, that are known to do that? Okay, like X Element did a lot of work to be put on the map, and it's been hustling for X amount of years.
Yeah.
So where it is today was based on its hard work.
Yeah.
But was this your biggest campaign?
Definitely not.
Okay.
Okay.
It was
Okay.
bigger than this, but this one was special because it had,
It had such a,
it had
an
a different
effect.
kind of impact.
Yes.
Yeah.
It resonated.
It's all about effectiveness of your campaign.
Was your
you know?
biggest campaign with an international company or international brand? Or was it local?
local? All of our big huge campaigns. that
See what
are
I mean?
Original, were local. But
Because the local
you're given the chance. Like,
Exactly.
Yes.
Local clients have grown to trust local agencies because local talent is showing the
It's
capacity.
great that we have that right now, that the local agencies are getting a lot of love from all the private sectors and the government sectors also. But that's one part.
Yeah.
The second part is going to be who does the most marketing in the street. It's international brands. McDonald's is in every single corner.
because they have
Yeah.
the budget, and that's part of their
I know,
plan.
it depends on the industry.
I
also,
didn't
but-
finish my fucking question.
Go ahead.
Okay. So if these people are the ones that are basically just all over the fucking city, then I think that if they want to speak to us, it should be through a local brand, not a brand that's based somewhere else that has nothing to do with what's going on. Because you do see some campaigns that doesn't sound like it was written by us or for us. It was just some.
But that's not the norm, though, is it?
What do you mean? It's not, what do you mean it's not the norm?
A lot of companies have moved and opened up shop in Saudi. A lot of global brands haven't yet, but they are seeing some, not all, some are seeing the potential market and starting to wake up to that.
So what's
realization.
gonna happen when these, like, let's say this global Well, it's already happening. You have these major marketing communication agencies and shit that are international and fucking huge and they have branches all over the world.
Yeah.
How many of them are actually run by Saudis?
Very few.
Run?
Run. Not employed.
No. Yeah, no, none. I don't think anyone is
See what I
run
mean?
by Saudis. You'll find people in positions that actually make it there, but I mean,
You get to be groomed to get to
yeah,
that position
it's-
over.
Yeah,
it's
but-
like a lifetime of
there we go.
Yeah.
So if I was abroad, I would have got to that faster than I would have got working in this company. If I graduate from college today and I get employed today, if at the same time someone graduated abroad and they did the same exact thing as me, and we had the same 10 years of experience, he would way further than me in that company.
Because abroad you have a much bigger pool of agencies to play with, and much more diverse.
I'm
pool.
saying if you got hired into the same company in different branches across the globe.
Maybe, probably.
your potential. You mean
Yes.
here versus there?
No,
Yes.
But keep in mind, the pool there is much more competitive.
Are you talking about your global potential or your local potential?
There isn't a succession plan for you as a Saudi in the marketing agencies for you to start from here, then become an MD. Or be able to lead.
Okay, I see his point because some of the FMCGs do that, right? Some of the FMCGs here, people get in there. Fine, you're doing 2, 3, 4, 5 years, 6 years. Oh, by the way, we're posting you in London.
Sorry,
I know.
FMCGs.
Fast-moving
Fast-moving
consumer goods.
goods.
So
Thank you very much.
your snacks, your shampoos, your whatever.
Okay.
So and they have a route for people to do that. Do marketing agents do? I don't think so. Not to my knowledge.
Multinationals?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. No, I don't think you. There's a ladder. Yes, that you can climb.
But there's a glass ceiling. See,
there
that's
you
a
go.
glass
There is a
ceiling.
glass
There you go.
ceiling. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if we're gonna talk about bureaucracy and
That's exactly what I'm talking
corporate- corporate politics, it's definitely there.
I mean, not to mention the fact, like we were talking to Saleh last week, right, Lanky, and he brought up the fact that at some point, like he didn't like the fact that he was being used as a token Saudi in that
Yeah.
role. Like, hey, we have a Saudi.
الأباجورة.
ايوه exactly. شوفوا لابس ثوب وشماغ. And
Come with us to the meeting.
Yes.
Don't say shit. Yes. Just look Saudi and look pretty.
and
That's
you know,
it.
You know what we're talking about? Like we went through this. Like, okay, so backstory. We also used to work together.
I know. Tell them.
Tell people backstory. We also used to work together. Like I don't know if you know this. You know.
No.
First friends and used to work together.
First colleagues.
Fuck
Yes.
this shit.
Yo, I came back from LA, jobless, ready for the future.
Excited.
Energized.
And then this asshole is like, advertising.
I was like, I have a job for you, Ned. Would you like to?
Okay, is it like, what do you mean? Colors and creative and okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Ideas,
This guy's an asshole. I told you.
No. I mean,
First friend.
I don't regret
Not
it.
an asshole.
I don't regret it. I mean, advertising is like, I don't like to call it advertising because it's not really. When you say
It's not.
advertising, people think that's all
It's
it is.
it's kind of a limited view.
Please
of it.
explain that, because for me, I think it's like a creative process of coming up with ideas. Is that it?
I mean, it definitely is, yes, but there's a lot to it. There's a lot of, you need business thinking into advertising. You need to actually achieve real results, fix real problems.
KPIs.
Okay.
You need to get
You know?
psychology, consumer research. You need to talk to your marketing to
Research,
understand that. You need to crack a nut.
So it's not just cool ideas.
I mean, cool ideas.
look,
cool,
no, it's not.
you build around cool ideas,
Okay.
right?
No, you still didn't get to the communications part, the PR part.
But
Let me tell you the
so many
difference.
layers.
I'll tell you the difference between the multinationals today, based on experience, and if you ask anyone,
Okay.
and based on compared to Saudi agencies that are actually bringing in brains into the process, like actually giving the process the real.
resources that it requires.
A lot of agencies like to just paint a pretty picture for the client. I will do this for you and I will do that for you, and then they make it look nice, and then that brand doesn't really
Achieve.
there's no
what-
ROI there.
Yeah.
They don't really achieve the actual business need that this whole campaign,
was
for example, was
supposed to.
supposed
Yeah.
to.
And that's painting
achieve.
the pretty picture. That's why you can't just paint the
You
pretty
haven't finished
picture.
his sentence, my guy.
Yeah.
I know what he's talking about.
We don't know.
Okay.
We want him to do it.
Fair, go.
Yeah, so I mean, that's the difference when like X Element, for example, really brings in that consultancy side of things. I'm not here trying to just like promote.
He's not promoting.
But it's a very good example.
Okay.
It's actually an example
It is.
of
It is. I agree. It is.
this issue that I'm talking about. you need to think about the actual problem, fix the problem, and then get poetic with your and creative.
Solution.
You know, creative comes last. You know that the nice creative ideas should be the last part of the process.
So you basically need a brief before you can start the creative part.
Yeah, you
Yes.
need to really understand the
sense.
problem.
You need data.
You know,
Yeah.
like it's
You need as
easy-
much information as possible for you to
Yes.
see what is the problem, how can I tackle it, what's the best solution. If I think this is the best solution, then how can I sell this solution?
And this requires
Exactly.
you to, and this requires you to
And-
look at the market, at the people, at your target
Yeah,
market,
yeah, yeah.
and all of the channels you can reach them. So
brilliant campaigns. Always like it's creative, it's nice, it's engaging. Sometimes it's captivating. You know, like a lot of ads are amazing ads, right? Around the world. They probably also achieved KPIs, real business KPIs as well. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's easy
Because that's
to
the biggest
say-
win.
A lot of people
And it's
go
the
for
biggest flex also.
Yeah, I mean, people don't know the results. They just look at the.
The pretty
It
picture.
was a nice ad. I loved it.
That's what we get as a consumer.
know.
بالنسبة لي أنا.
Hey.
I don't know what's happening behind this ad. I don't know what it's achieving or anything like that. It's a cool idea. It's a cool video. It's a cool ad. I'm just gonna
Yeah,
enjoy it basically as content.
exactly.
That's
So
about it.
going back to
Yeah.
simplifying the word advertising sounds like very nice content,
Yes,
which
exactly.
is not.
Yeah.
what you're trying to do here.
It's not really. That's why I don't like to call it just advertising. It is advertising. It's communications too. It's marketing. You know, it's branding. There's a lot that comes to it. You know, building brands from the scratch, building brands with a purpose, real purpose. You know, and life.
That can reach out and touch you.
Exactly. Beyond
Connect with you.
Yes. Feel like you're one with the team.
Yeah.
Synergized.
Exactly.
I'm gonna cut off your mic in a minute. I swear to God, I'm gonna cut off your fucking mic.
So yeah, I mean, enough industry talk.
Do you know the what's the name? There was a campaign in Australia called "Dumb Ways to Die." Have you ever heard about it?
No.
Oh, I love this.
So
Oh, was it a tourism campaign?
no, it was about people not running in front of the train tracks.
Was that an actual problem?
Yeah, it's
Wow.
people. So basically, they did this campaign to drive awareness, and it was a song about dying, which was a little bit dark, but Australians love the dark humor.
Yeah.
And they also created an app where you go kill yourself.
I
wow.
remember
Wow.
this. This was
Yes.
a hilarious game.
It was a fucking funny ass campaign,
Yes.
and it fucking resonated fucking perfect with everybody.
Yeah.
It matched their humor, it matched the message that they wanted to hear. It was, yo, this is a dumb way to fucking die.
Truly, this is not a way I would like to die. But no, I think a big part of whatever advertising and marketing is supposed to do is not just concrete ROIs as much as changing perceptions.
Yeah.
Because
Absolutely.
looking at Apple before and after Steve Jobs came and joined, like he changed the perception of a company that was very dull and office based to something that was so much more fun. And that led to the eventual success and growth of the company. So it doesn't always have to be about today, but it's about building something for tomorrow. And
But you need to have a direction to build something for fucking tomorrow.
definitely.
Saying, well, I'm going to come here, then fucking figure it out. You're not really going to fucking figure shit out. You're going to come, you're going to employ, you're going to give up, and you say, okay, let me just collect this paycheck.
And that's the purpose that you need to build around. That's why you need to figure out why you're doing what you're doing. At the end of the day, what is the nut at the heart of whatever you're trying to sell?
So is that why the marketing sector is booming nowadays? Because people's perceptions of having like thought about the future.
Are you talking about here locally?
Yeah.
It's the marketing.
Instead of looking at today only, people right now with the quality of life that they're living with.
And
I
not
think
does that-
there's a misconception on what good marketing is in the
Please do
locally.
explain.
I feel like today marketing is just let me create a buzz.
Yeah.
Let me make people just notice me
Yeah.
once,
Yes.
talk about me. I will take that to my boss and say, or my client and say, look, successful campaign. You know?
And that's very social media based as well.
It's very numbers based, but it's
Yeah.
just easy numbers to get. Don't tell me I have 1 billion impressions. That doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't mean shit.
Doesn't mean anything.
That's the funny part. A lot of people don't understand. It doesn't mean jack fucking shit.
But it's a big number.
No. It doesn't mean jack
That's what
shit.
it is.
All of these followers. It doesn't mean jack shit.
It doesn't mean anything.
Nothing. All these. It's just a facade. My
It's
guy.
metrics. It's metrics.
Yeah.
But metrics, if not used effectively, if not directed effectively, don't mean anything.
It makes sense to me as a first impression, but then you have to maintain the audiences. I don't know if you guys call them audience or consumer, I suppose.
I mean, it
Target,
depends.
Yeah.
target market.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got to keep their interest. You got to keep them engaged. That's what they're lacking. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I mean, brands here are not focusing on building equity, like brand value. You know, they're very temporary. And
They're looking for like a one-hit wonder
They're
thing.
like quick
Okay.
wins. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're looking for the quick wins. Everyone is always in a hurry. They just want to do something really quickly just because, you know, they have a deadline. You know, and,
Like I bought that advertising spot. Like I need to finish up. I need to go.
and they're not, nobody's building real brands, you know, brands that are actually timeless. You know, like Apple today, they don't need to do marketing
They don't need to jack shit.
anymore.
Rolls Royce.
You know, they
Rolls-Royce
they
never
don't need to.
never did any fucking marketing.
Just need to see
You
the
know?
logo, basically.
So that's
No,
what-
no, they're like, no, our clients know who the fuck we are.
Exactly. So you don't see them getting very tactical with their selling.
You don't see them trying.
They're not pushing like hard sell anymore.
Just
You
like
know what I
Pepsi. So Pepsi is basically going like, after PlayStation, Champions League, rather than cater something specific to anyone. It's just whatever you guys like, you're gonna find our brand over there.
Presence. That's all.
Like
they
Red
do.
Bull.
Like no, but
Red
that's,
Bull is in every single fucking corner.
because that's the idea of I always want to be at the top of your mind. Always when you want to drink something, think about me because you just saw that ad and that was a cool ad, and it works. It works. That's why they keep
And
on
they
pushing it.
that's why they associate Red Bull with it's on purpose. It's a strategy to associate Red Bull always with
Extreme
sports and energy and
Racing,
action and,
sports.
you know, and it's
And people jumping out of planes into space, like whatever the fuck.
it's not about the energy drink anymore. It's about that feeling, you know, like that's what the
Lifestyle.
psychology.
It's about the rush,
yeah,
kind
it's-
of like they're
so-
pushing you on the rush. They're selling you on.
It's
the
like
rush.
GoPros when they came out. GoPros did the same exact thing.
Well, GoPros did it cleverly. GoPros did it in a way like
GoPros, not GoPro.
GoPros.
GoPros. GoPros.
They did it in a way where like, okay, we know you're already doing this. Let me show you how cool it's going to be.
No, it's more like, hey, look how cool this is. And this is meant for this white boy surfer and this white boy hiker and this white
boy
boy
skateboarder.
Exactly. All these white boys.
So diverse.
Very diverse.
and your dog.
Dog. Do you know why? Because he's hanging with a white person. That's why.
I mean,
Your golden retriever.
fair.
Another thing then, okay? So we had a conversation about a campaign that Adidas did with someone. I don't want to mention names so I don't get in trouble again.
I know. Actually, we have a sneaker right here, live.
Oh, whoa.
Yes, actually we do. It's on someone's feet. Whose
Whose
feet is it?
Show us your feet,
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, it's right there. It's right there. I know. I see it.
Is
I
it?
see it. I see it. I see it.
Oh,
You see it right
okay,
there. You see it.
okay,
It's even
It is,
reflecting.
right? Nice.
It is. Yeah, that's the one. So we had this. I don't know. We were arguing. We're discussing the idea of the copyright of it. And okay, so I understand that big brands care about themselves before anybody else. So if I am Adidas, I will mention that I am the history and the heritage of the world, and you guys are my youngins.
Like,
So-
be blessed by my presence, basically.
Exactly.
Adidas.
So smaller brands are trying to make you feel like you're one of them. Big brands are not trying to do that. They're trying to tell you, this is who I am. Come, be one with us.
Come hither.
Shouldn't that be a problem for us? Because basically, when you see these big brands that have that power, that money to put their faces everywhere, and they come out and they give you this thing about, you need to be a part of us, shouldn't we be like twisting that language that, rather than just us coming to you, no, you should really cater to us with some actually like with some fucking meaning and value, rather than saying, oh yeah, we're here, we collaborated with someone and like doors closed.
Like, talk to me. Don't talk at me.
Like actually be part of the community.
Exactly.
Don't use me.
Exactly.
Engage with me. Don't just try to sell me something.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm trying to understand the context here. If they're giving someone an opportunity to be part of them, tomorrow that person, when they look back, this is not stopping them from doing whatever they want to do in the future, right?
Facts.
Like they can grow and do their own thing, whatever
Yeah.
they have. Like we're not waiting for these brands to come save us, right? when there's an opportunity to be part of a platform that will give me that, that's good for that person. That person is now has an opportunity to use this as a case study to grow tomorrow. You know, that person can flip the table on whatever you're saying today. They can use this to their advantage in the future. This will end at some point, and they will continue to grow beyond Adidas or not Adidas.
That would depend on the person.
I mean, that's what they're supposed to do.
That's what they're supposed
That
to
is the
do.
goal. That
should-
That is the goal.
Yeah, that is the goal.
You know, I mean, you can't deny Adidas is Adidas at the end of the day. They're not gonna. I mean, I think it's a different point of view. Adidas can either come and be part of the community and do things to make us feel like if they know that this is a real problem, what you're talking about, they will do it.
It's not about them knowing as much as
You know, if they feel that
they
this
care?
is an issue,
They don't care
Yeah,
it's
enough.
not an issue.
Yeah.
They're,
See the difference
Yeah,
there?
Do you know why it's not an
They
issue?
know.
It's because we never complained. It's whatever you give me, I'll take. We've never fucking complained. And now they also have the power to go to someone that's one of us and say, oh, you're a part of us. And take advantage of that person. Because we never complained.
do you think Saudis should start to give themselves more credit
Yes.
and more
Definitely.
you
Value.
know, value?
Yes,
Yes.
definitely.
So that brands can start to
Cater
know,
to us a bit more.
you know, to go up to us, not us trying to be,
Exactly.
you know, reach up to them.
That was
Exactly.
the discussion we had. Like that was the what we were trying to get to when we opened up that subject.
Do you think people as individuals can do that? Can reach that level on their own
I mean,
today?
Right now, everyone's about being individualistic and being themselves more than just, you know, being part of whatever herds, goats, or whatever they had on their campaign.
no, it's about also believing in the fact that I can do this. Yes, I do have this value. I'm not really listening to the fucking noise.
I think we definitely have the resources today.
Yes, we always had the resources. We never flexed our fucking muscle, though.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Like, for example, like Arwa Banawi, basically that's what we're talking about. I do not know if that campaign was just GCC or Middle East, MENA, or worldwide. I'm thinking it was only GCC.
I think it was not
I have no
MENA,
idea.
across MENA.
Was
It might have been.
we don't,
would
we don't
they
know.
produce it for one market,
Yes, they've
Did
done
they do
that.
that? They
Nike
did
done that also before.
or is it a MENA thing? Dude?
Nike did it, I think, in the GCC, I think, if I remember correctly.
I mean, you would
yeah, I
treat
think
us
it was,
differently
yes.
than you would deal with Egypt and Morocco and like those markets over there. You wouldn't talk to us in the same language.
But look, you have to think of it as like going back to the business needs of every brand. There's probably a target they're trying to hit. They won't roll out sneakers with shmag on it, like patterns around the world if it's not going to work around the world. You know what I mean? If it's not going to sell around the world.
Yeah, but if you bring in someone to collaborate with you as you're part of the Adidas family, should not be available for the whole world that's part of the Adidas family? Or is it because I'm not, you know, this big star that you have, that you put me with everyone else?
But on the other way around, if they're doing it with
So basically you're saying, oh, I'm taking this person, like exactly like what the fuck I kept saying. I'm taking this person. I'm showing you little ones that this person is with us so you guys can come buy more of our shit. Rather than taking this person and saying this person is also, hey, I'm going to show you, expose you to all of our other markets.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So that's the genuine connection. That's the genuine, authentic thing that you want to build and not just sell.
But how do you know that she's not getting her exposure that she wants everywhere else?
We don't.
We don't know.
Like,
That's why I asked. I was like, I'm not sure if it was.
Maybe sneakerheads know exactly what's going on with this sneaker.
Okay, first off, like
Maybe they want it
dedicated.
now, you know?
I can tell you resells. Okay,
Look at resales. Exactly. That's
Yeah.
a good way of comparing.
Yes.
Honestly.
You look at resales, and resales are not a big thing here.
Yeah.
Actually, like buying resales here is a huge thing, but why would I resell Arwa Banawi?
Like
Yeah.
you can find it. It's there in the market.
No, it's not about that. Why would I resell it? Who's gonna buy it?
Is there a market?
Is there any hype
Like-
around it?
If Adidas comes out with a shoe that is inspired by Japanese culture,
Exactly, color.
They
Yeah,
actually
color.
they always
Yeah.
do.
Mastermind. All of them are Japan.
Yeah.
They're all big
Exactly.
brands in Japan,
Yes.
and
And
that's
you're-
worldwide. You buy it in the States.
exactly. You buy them here.
Yeah, you buy.
Yeah.
Fuck it, you buy them right here also.
They have nothing to do with your culture, but you still buy them.
Why can't I buy Arwa Banawi in New York?
Do you think it's a bigger like Saudi needs to? Have you ever heard of like soft power?
Yeah.
and hard
yeah.
power.
Of course.
Please explain.
We are the soft power of the country.
You don't know this, Turks?
I don't.
Okay, so hard power is like military power. Soft power is more cultural influence. So
Okay.
it's soft power. It is soft power that you're speaking English. It is soft power that you
Yeah.
wear T-shirts.
Makes
Like
sense.
everybody hates the U.S. for what they do, but everybody loves the U.S. and cannot live without what the U.S. is doing.
I
when
mean,
it
those
comes to
movies
their
and
culture.
TV shows, to be honest. Yeah.
We're all watching their movies,
Entertainment.
We
Music,
love their
yeah.
we love the music, we love the art, we love all of that. So maybe Saudi didn't reach that level of influence, you know, where our soft power becomes appreciated around the world. People start to like understand it. Maybe they only look at us as hard power.
It's appreciated, I think,
where
in,
does
in the region.
Where does this soft power come from, though?
Whatever
How can you
do.
develop
Culture. It comes from culture.
From
Comes
culture,
from,
from
yeah.
exporting your culture, from,
Yeah.
from getting it out there.
It's not just exporting culture. It's
How
the,
can we do that?
it's
That
the
is the
perception.
question.
It's the perception of Saudi as a country that is giving. It's the perception of Saudi that is a country that is generous, humanitarian. This is soft power. This influences hearts and minds.
True.
That's one side of it. The other side of it is the cultural aspect of music, movies, comedy. Like Kuwait invaded the Arab world with Masrahiyat, right? Masr invaded the Arab world with
Yeah.
with movies.
And park right here, Egypt. So Egypt succeeded more than Saudi
Fuck yeah.
Definitely.
in what?
And
and the soft power.
Yeah.
I mean, at some point, Egypt was a cinema, you know,
And
competitor. To
yeah, that was
Hollywood
at one point,
some
but still today, the best commercial, whatever is created in Egypt, it's created by Egyptians.
Yeah,
It's not by some office in Dubai.
yeah.
I don't think it was ever about an office in Dubai. Not for
In Egypt?
Not for
But
Egypt.
I mean, look. to
Yeah,
be
but I understand.
honest-
But me as Pepsi, when I go to Egypt, I'm gonna get someone from Egypt to do the copyright, to do everything because he understands the humor and everything else has to do with the country.
But also, I think in that sense, Egypt is a more developed market than Saudi is. Like Egypt has been marketing longer, more consistently than Saudi.
and not just that, they've been embraced also by
global
you know,
culture.
Global culture. You know, like the pyramids. Wow. You know, you have people till today are like, I would love. They have no idea. There's like horse poop everywhere.
There's a
And
dead
it
fucking
smells
horse on your way there. Like,
You know?
he's a dead horse.
I mean, you can't deny it. The pyramids is the pyramids. It's an incredible, you know, wonder.
Experience.
But you know, all of that maybe because Saudi's always been a secret. We were just talking about. We had no idea about the places we have.
There's a difference here.
Our,
We were a secret, yes, in terms of a country, but in terms of money and
Influence.
generating money from us, no, we were well fucking known. They know that part. They know that we buy. They know that we spend. Bro, every single week we spend like 1.4 billion on just like food and like shopping.
yeah.
So they know that part.
But
So
we never-
since you know that part, how about you capitalize more on that market by speaking to the market and being one with the market? Why is Adidas? Now, this is not all about Adidas. Okay, why are X companies doing major events in Dubai and not doing it here? Even though we're going there for those fucking events, we're the ones packing them up.
Yeah.
But it's still, I do it in Dubai because it's easier for me, rather than I go and I do one in Saudi. We're created for Saudis.
Don't you feel we're heading there? Like we are actually
are.
in that moving train, that,
We've started.
that transition
We just started.
where a lot of things we're arguing about today tomorrow might be a very different conversation.
Do you know what's my fear? Why I always complain about this? I'm afraid we'll get to a point where all these international companies will speak on our behalf of what they think we are, and we will just accept. Oh, you guys are runners. Okay, I guess we're all runners now. Oh, you guys are fitness fucking freaks. Oh, then we're all into fucking fitness now. And whatever they tell us, we feel like that's the trend, that's the vibe, and we all just jump on it. That's my fear. So then basically you have no identity. The identity basically who is the guy who's going to cover the airways the most and pitch you that campaign that gets stuck in your head. And then you just become, Saudis love to do that.
I mean-
Saudis are this, Saudis are that.
I think that's the old mentality. Like the new mentality is not to be somebody who's just sitting there passively and taking things in. The new mentality is
I think still you are talking based on the circle that you're in. In my circles,
Not the
no.
wider, not wider.
No. In the wider scale, no.
It hasn't seeped in yet.
No. And that's the scary part. That the reason I complain about it is because we are speaking to people who actually understand what the problem is. When you're speaking about these issues with other people, they're worried about their fucking jobs. And that's all they care for. So unless we shed light on these little moments, then we will never fucking succeed as a nation. Basically, whoever fucking comes in and tells us what the fuck we do, and as long as they don't take our desert and they don't take our tribalism and all this stuff, we'll be good. No, we can't be good. Your kids will be fucking brainwashed into thinking the world is one way, while you're stuck thinking the world is this way. And then they grow up and say, no, we grew up on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because
But
like fucking Campbell soup. What if Campbell soup just fucking takes over the market right here? And now in fucking 40 years, you're like, oh, my grandma used to make Campbell soup all the fucking time. It's part of our tribe now.
no, but just like we when
إنسان
we grew
كويكر
up,
يا حرام.
سيفون على كويكر مسكين.
no, but just like we grew up and we had these things that our parents didn't get, and they just had to kind of accept that we were like, these are things that we've grown up with, these are things that we've had.
Aha.
The same thing.
See, they accepted it.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
same
the problem. They just fucking accepted it. Do you want to sit and still accept what the future is by someone else who tells you what the future is?
Or rather, shape and form.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean,
Do you want to sit in your parents' position looking at your kids saying, yo, what you're doing is wrong, or what you're doing is not what you should be doing?
I think
Because that's not how we grew up? Or is it like, hey, yeah, we are molding this new generation into what they could be and what they should be?
we are molding.
Yes, but if you want to be leading, you need to be molding in every single fucking sector. And it should be your role as a Saudi, which we never did this before. It should be your role as a Saudi to not only call out, to help lead in this.
To have push people, basically.
If you are a manager in a company, you're no longer just a fucking manager anymore. You are rebuilding who's under you. So if you're leading in a good way and you're teaching them something that's of value, and they go somewhere else with that value, they keep fucking growing, that has a positive effect on the fucking future.
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely at that time when I think we have everything we need to actually start to be original, and start to create and innovate and create our own, like put our own work out there instead of adapting to what is being given to us. If I'm getting, the gist of,
That's well fucking said. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
yeah, I mean,
About time.
Because it's gonna be your problem, man.
I mean, that's
It's gonna be
job
your
right
problem.
now, right?
It's gonna be your problem.
I mean, what you're talking about is actually what's happening all around the world. Like even in the US, these brands are, telling you what you're supposed to be doing, telling people.
Yes.
They tell you what you're supposed to eat. They tell you when you're supposed to eat it. And this is very, it becomes culture. So
Yeah, because it's packaged in such an appealing way to you.
if
And
you're
it's
not
delivered right
creating
to you.
yourself, you're just gonna adapt to the first thing that's working somewhere else.
And that's what
know?
we've been doing for a long time. That's what we did for a
Fucking
long
well
time.
said. That's yeah. What the fuck? That's how I'm gonna fucking end it. That was a great one. That was a great one. I don't want Shams to fucking ruin it.
I'll let it ride, just into the sunset.
Because you have a mountain to fucking climb, my guy. And whatever you pay for people, it's gonna show.
Yeah.
So this award, there's so much behind it, more than just a fucking award. And I'm like, I am happy and fucking proud that someone that I know has some fucking common sense in his head and sees what the future is, won an award. Rather than some dickhead sitting in an office and just winning an award by just participating. And it's beautiful that it's a local company also that won these awards. And I know there's other awards that are coming down the line. We're not gonna talk about it now, but hopefully, inshallah, ya Rab. Inshallah, ya Rab. Inshallah, ya Rab. Inshallah, ya Rab.
Inshallah. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Man, thank you for coming in. Ned, I love you.
Okay.
I appreciate you. What do you want, Champsy? What do you want? He's your friend. We know.
Thank you for hosting us.
Thank
For
you, bro.
sure, it's
We
a pleasure.
appreciate
Man.
it.
It's
Like,
a
for
pleasure.
real,
It's an
man.
honor. I love this. I love the podcast. Thank you for having me. On
Appreciate it,
the
man.
podcast.
Thank you for coming, man. We always wanted to have you on, but we had to set you up in your own house,
Literally.
so you have nowhere to go.
Put you on the spot.
It's definitely a Kabsa special,
Bro,
It is it's a Kabsa family special
Can
as
we call
always.
it a Kabsa special?
It's a Kabsa family special. There we go.
There you go.
There we go. There we go.
Baharat.
Yes.
Thank
I hope
you,
the family
everybody.
is happy.
All right, thank you, everybody, for joining us. Fuck everyone.
Yeah. We're done with our bullshit.
We out.
I think we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all. Peace.
Yo.
Peace.
Peace.
Fuck yes.
I can breathe!
Oh, fucking hey!
Oh my god! He has a tooth in his house.
Into this building. I almost talked about this conversation. So one thing I wanted to tell you guys. I have to go home. Be safe. Have you, it's been an absolute pleasure to come see this happen live.